Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy, here to bring you your July 2019 mid-month general readings. Thanks for joining us here today. Welcome to everyone, newcomers, first-timers. Welcome back and welcome home to followers and subscribers. Thanks for taking the time to tune in. Your support, feedback, and comments mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. And always, of course, a big note of gratitude to all of my clients out there for keeping me so busy with personal readings. It's an honor and a pleasure to read for all of you, so thank you. If any of you are interested in scheduling a personal reading with me, excuse me, you can click on the description link below for more info and contact details. You can email me directly at maggie_mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I can usually respond to your initial inquiry the same day or within the first 24 hours, and scheduling the reading is pretty timely too. I do readings full-time, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. So I'm pretty diligent at working with everyone's schedules, including my own, to set up the reading for you as quickly as possible. And I offer a wide variety of readings in all the main areas of life. So if you're interested, send me an email and I would love to set something up with you. Okay, this reading is for the fire sign of Aries, our beautiful Rams. For the last half of July, we're looking at roughly, although timing is always tricky and never more so than in a general reading, but basically the last half of July would cover from the 15th through, is it the 30th or 31st? So we're looking at the last half of July for Aries, our Rams. Now, many of you know that general readings always resonate a little differently for everybody. So it is helpful to watch your other signs if you know them to provide additional clarification. Your rising sign, moon sign, Venus sign, if you know them, or if you cross watch as well. Okay, Aries. For some reason, I'm just kind of feeling this sense of victory here. Aries, we begin with Temperance, followed by the Ten of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups, followed by the Five of Swords. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance is the Queen of Cups. Aww. For some reason, I'm feeling I think this is probably a relationship for many of you. I do try to cover all paths in readings, but some I just get focused in a certain area more than others, of course. For those of you I know who perhaps aren't interested in looking at love and relationships and maybe just want to look at career, work, and advice, well, what I'm getting first and foremost here is that this has to do with a relationship that you're having with somebody else. And in fact, your overall energy, Aries, for the last half of July, I feel is centered around this individual, this Queen of Cups. It could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, although in a general reading, when so many of you watching, it really could be any sign. But it's somebody that you see as, who manifests as the Queen of Cups, or somebody that you see as the Queen of Cups. Could be female or it could be male. Again, it can't really nail it down in a general reading as gender specific. It might be a male, it might be a female as well. But it's somebody that you see as the Queen of Cups. Cups is water energy. Kings and queens represent individuals who have reached the top of their suit. Basically, they have matured and grown and evolved beyond the young, childlike, immature nature of the pages, which we all begin at. The spontaneous, impulsive, let's rush ahead energy of the knights. And kings and queens represent individuals who've reached mastery and balance over the character traits inherent to their suit. Cups is water energy. So the Queen of Cups, this is somebody who knows when to offer her cup of love and when not to offer her cup of love, whether, regardless of what she's feeling, because she's reached a point of mastery and control over her emotions. She's very, very, very intuitive about her own emotions and spirituality, and she's very spiritually connected, as well as that with other people. She's loving, she's nurturing, she always knows the right thing to say. She always knows when not to say something as well too, which is a real gift for people. This is the one of the ultimate feminine female cards of the tarot. So this is how this is the person you are thinking of over the last half of July, Aries, and this is how this person is appearing to you, male or female. Really quite beautiful. The Queen of Cups is very loving and very spiritual as well. Sometimes like the High Priestess. The only one I think that rivals the Queen of Cups in terms of feminine spirituality is the High Priestess. The Queen of Wands is pretty good too, but the Queen of Cups has a bit more of an introspective energy, and you may see there may be a part of her similar to the High Priestess that you see as somewhat mysterious too. I think that her or his ability to love the way that she or he does sometimes mystifies you. That's interesting. So that's what I feel the focus is. I think for many of you, it's probably a love relationship in terms of boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. For some of you, it could be a very good friend. For some of you, it could even be a mother or a sister. The nature of the relationship may vary in a general reading, but the energy remains the same. I feel like you're regaining balance, Aries, with this relationship. I think that there have been times in this relationship ongoing where your struggle is to maintain balance in the relationship with how you see perhaps the person and how you see yourself in this relationship with this person and in relationships in general. I feel like sometimes you have and I feel like this is I'm speaking to a specific group of Aries. You may have had some difficulty in commitment, maybe sometimes. I think once you do commit, you commit quite deeply and quite sincerely. But I think sometimes, and it might be, one of those textbook Aries traits, which not every Aries possess, but rather restless, being very careful and cautious about commitments. There may have been times where this relationship you have felt is a burden, and you've thought about, do I really want this kind of a commitment with this person? Maybe you've gone through difficulties where you've been feeling rather overwhelmed and overburdened by the whole thing, but again, not wanting to disconnect from the relationship, even though sometimes you may have been tempted to, as anybody who's been in a relationship usually feels that at least at one time or another. And I feel like you've been struggling to come to a balanced place in this where you're weighing out, moving forward with this person, making an offer to this person, or accepting an offer from this person, which would be making an offer and making a commitment, perhaps to go a little bit further or a little deeper. It could be, being exclusive. It could be moving in together, getting engaged, getting married, having a more conventionally recognized level of commitment, and trying to maintain a balance in that with your fear about doing this, which has been based on previous experiences. And I feel like you are finally coming to a place where you're able to achieve balance over that, because tens represent cycles ending, and the Ten of Wands can represent feeling overwhelmed by something, but being at the stage where you're ready to lay it down, where you're ready to lay it down, which is what I feel is happening here. You are gaining a sense of mastery. I feel like you're bumping up a level, Aries, like you're evolving a level in terms of your relationship belief system and your relationship ideology, that perhaps fear of commitment is actually the thing that keeps you enslaved and not free, perhaps like you may have thought it did. And perhaps a true and honest commitment between you and another person, when it's real, is actually what provides freedom and not restrictions like you may have seen it before based on your past history. And so I feel like you're gaining balance over that with this person. And I feel like it's been a real struggle for you, both you and this other person as well. So towards the end of July, and of course timing is always going to vary in general readings, we have the Knight of Cups and the Five of Swords. So here's the offer coming in. Knight of Cups. Knights are the bringers, the deliverers, the guardians of the tarot. They usually represent offers and opportunities being brought in, sometimes you extending it out. They can also represent the speed at which a situation moves as well. all of the Knights are known for being very fast moving. Even the Knight of Pentacles, which is usually viewed as the slow Knight, but it does represent something still coming. He's just slower because he's powered by earth. The Knight of Cups is powered by water, so, which is emotions and love. So the Knight of Cups is offering. He's charging forward. I mean, his horse is rearing up. Oh, charge! Here it is. My offer of love, promising the sun, the moon, the stars, all of that poetry. You know, romance, flowers, chocolate. Horrible songs from the 70s, you know, no, not horrible. I mean, just maybe sometimes a little silly. The Knight of Cups, it's beautiful. He's completely sincere in believing in what he is offering. Now, the cautionary advice to you, Aries, with the Knight of Cups is whether you're the one extending this offer, and I think you are. But some of you, it might be, you know, somebody else extending the offer. The challenge with the Knight of Cups is sometimes the Knight of Cups has difficulty in follow through. He's more mature and evolved than the Page. Not quite as in control and in mastery of his emotions as the King or Queen would be. He's still kind of jumping up there. But I feel like you're at a very important stage in your evolutionary process here in terms of the relationship area of your life, Aries. I feel like for many of you, you are offering this cup of love, or you've made this decision to offer this cup of love and to accept it from this other person as well. And you're really feeling the emotions of that. Again, I just want to caution you, make sure that you, because of the difficulties you've had in this area and the challenges you've had in this area in the past, make sure that you are willing to follow through with what you promise. And if you don't feel like you know very much about how to do it, be honest about that and say, this is what I want. And I'm determined and committed to doing this, even though I may make some mistakes and fall down, but this is what I really want, and this is what I'm offering. Make sure that what you're offering, that cup of love that you're offering, Aries, is an honest cup of love. And make sure that you can follow through, because the Knight of Cups does have that. But I actually think that you're in the process. It feels like you're kind of in this area of your life. Now, in work, career, and finance, I often find a lot of Aries are, you know, they jump up to that Queen and King level rather quickly. In the emotional area of your life, sometimes it takes a little longer. I think that in the emotional and relationship area of your life, you are in the process of transitioning from that Knight energy into the Queen and King energy. And this other person that you're, I feel this like real sense of love and connection with, has really been a vital part of that. And the Knight of Cups is accompanied by the Five of Swords, which represents a hard-won victory. This has not been an easy battle. You can see this man looks tired, worn out, exhausted. The colors are still kind of murky. He's obviously victorious. He has won over his enemies, whatever the challenge is, basically. And I feel, Aries, and I felt this before for you guys in your reading, that the conquering has been of different aspects of yourself. As well, like that sometimes painful birthing evolutionary, let's move to the next stage. You know, sometimes it feels like an easy transition because this knowledge just comes to us, and sometimes making that transition and bumping up a level, you know, graduating to another grade, we're like, that was a hard one. And that's what I feel here. Success and victory, even though, you know, it's been kind of a long, exhausting. You may not feel victorious, but really it is. It's taken a lot to get you where you are here, particularly in this relationship connection, regardless of the nature of it. It's quite lovely. And I feel like this person has also helped you recover from injuries in the past. For some of you, it could be physical, you know, illnesses or injuries, but heal from emotional wounds and injuries from the past, Aries, by providing another experience in what it's like to relate to another human being. Not that the Queen of Cups, whoever he or she is perfect. Nobody is. But what a healthy relationship is supposed to be like. So it's quite beautiful and quite lovely. This could also resonate the same in work, career, and finance, but I'm just not getting it, Aries. Not for, it's too strong for whoever's watching that needs to hear this. I'm going to pull one final card. I'm curious to see what the energy outcome is as we end July and go into August for this. It has this very sweet, lovely energy to it. Aww. The four, I don't know why I'm saying aw, because there's just such this sweet, lovely energy here. The Four of Wands, the most likely outcome by the end of July going into August. It's one of the marriage cards. You might be getting engaged, you might be getting married, celebrations. This is a celebratory card with friends and family, connecting, reconnecting with someone or a group of people, and remembering and feeling gratitude for the simple joys of being with the people in our life that we love and care about and that love and care about us, friends and family, celebrations. Sometimes the unexpected blessing, happy surprise card as well. So some of you may be getting engaged or married or moving in together, or just really enjoying being with the people that you love and care about in a celebratory sort of way. So really beautiful energy. So Aries, that pretty much wraps up your July 2019 mid-month reading, the last half of July. It's a beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed bringing it to you. If this reading or any of the readings resonated with you and you'd like to take a deeper look at some things in your life and set up a personal reading with me, you can click on the description link below for more info, contact details. Please feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I do love and romance, of course. I do relationship compatibility charting, which is a reading, a spread that takes a look at specific aspects of each person in a specific relationship. I do career, work, and finance readings, investment readings. I offer 6 and 12-month overviews, which take a look at what's coming in all the main areas of your life over the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look, which a lot of people find helpful in planning and preparing ahead. And I also offer gift readings too for friends, family, and loved ones. Personal readings. There's nothing more personal than a personal reading, and they make great gifts, especially for people that you just don't know what to get for them. So no more ties and ugly sweaters. You can just get them a personal reading. Okay, so I will see you all again in a couple of weeks, Aries, for the August 2019 general readings. And until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.